We are on a journey to read and possibly understand the most popular sacred texts of all time. We're going to talk about these texts openly and honestly. If these books are important to you, that might hurt your feelings. That is not our intention, and we appreciate you watching and listening to our slow descent into madness.
Why does it hurt so bad? Why?
It's an old book. This is like one of the old books.
Yes. What makes it the book? That's not in the fucking book.
So, never forget that God refused to travel with the Israelites because he hated them so much he would fucking kill them.
Which is okay. So I've been thinking about it. Like in the moment, I was just shocked that was in the Bible.
Yeah.
That canonically God is an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And just in that one instance, I'm sure it goes away. I have not read this again, but I'm sure it goes away. Probably 2 pages later, he talks about how much he loves Abraham and Isaac and the descendants or whatever. But like, God doesn't travel. Right?
Well, he takes the form of the pillar of smoke.
Which was also a cloud.
Which was also a cloud. Which was also fire at night.
Which was on top of a mountain.
Uh-huh.
And then he could move the mountain higher up. Didn't he took Moses into the sky.
Well,
then he comes down with
the mountain higher up, but he did like bring everybody to the top of the mountain. Or like, if it's covered in cloud, you don't know really where the top of the mountain is, but he brought them to a plateau and then pulled Moses aside and was like, hey, you and I need to go have some special time higher.
They were like up there for like 40 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're a Bible scholar. You're remembering.
No. But it's very much like school where the second I leave this room, this studio, this recording studio.
Apartment. It's fun.
It's a very official recording studio.
I mean, it looks great. That's kind of all that matters.
That's true.
You know?
But anytime I leave your house, I just forget everything. And when I walk in, you're like, do you remember? And I'm just like, I remember everything in the Bible. What happened? I've been remembering the things that I forget because of the Bible. Like, remember that joke I made where it's like, you only have so much bandwidth in your brain. I've been remembering things that I forgot, but I forgot them. So it'll be something like a cousin's birthday. I'll be like, my cousin's birthday is, oh no, I have forgotten my cousin's birthday. Or like I'll watch a movie and just like forget the ending entirely. Like one of my like a movie I've seen 12 times and I'm just like, what happens in this movie?
So much.
Ugh.
So all the people are sad because God wants to kill them.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's this guy you followed and like worshipped, and he's just like, I fucking hate. What did we do? I just fucking hate you.
It's literally the scene from Step Brothers.
I've never seen.
You've never seen Step?
Nah.
Okay, there's a scene when Rob Riggle is talking to John C. Reilly. He's just like, I don't know, I just hate your fucking face. Change your face or I'll change it for you. I don't know.
That sounds like God. That sounds exactly like God.
So Moses sets up a tent outside of the camp where people can like go meet up with God and be like, sup, bruh.
There's a special like God gazebo away from the...
Yeah, exactly.
Don't come near me.
Yeah. And whenever Moses goes to the tent, everybody in the entire village comes outside and watches him go into the tent. God comes down off the mountain.
All 600,000 people.
2,600,000 men.
No, I don't. This is dumb.
Yeah. Apparently, this is a flashback.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're learning these things in the order I learned them when I was making these notes. Fuck you.
No, I'm not. I mean, that's the order the book puts them in.
So
Wait, what's a flashback?
The story about how Moses made a tent that God would go into. So
that's before the mountain?
That's before God gets pissed off and wants to kill everybody.
All right.
Because the book realizes it has to explain why some random dude is able to talk God out of murdering everybody.
No, it doesn't. Let's explain a lot of other things first, please. Please get to the other things first.
So yeah, that's apparently why it does it. It explains that Moses used to go have like super fun hangout times with God in a tent. So they had a super close relationship, and that's how Moses was able to be like, do you remember all our close times we had together?
Oh man, so it really is just a quick little. Don't kill these people. Why?
Yeah.
You shouldn't kill my friends. Oh, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, no, I won't do it.
Yeah. Verse 12 is it's not a flashback anymore. Moses convinces God to go with them to the promised land. After God said he didn't want to, Moses is like,
Are we on 32?
33.
12. Oh yeah, 32 was the gold cow.
Moses is like, hey, how is everybody supposed to know that we're super special buddies if you don't go out in public with me? And God blushes and shuffles his feet, and Moses strokes his cheek, and he's like, yeah, you know what, you gotta go out in public with me. Then God's like, okay, yeah, I'll go with you because you're the best. And Moses is like, goddamn right, get that dick out.
Yeah, okay, that's in here. How much of that? How? I don't like the fact that you're not answering my question. Instead, you're cackling like an evil witch.
Verse 8, it gets weird.
We're getting weird now. This is the beginning of the weird.
You can read whatever you want into it.
What is it? What is a weird start? What are you making me do?
Like 13. No, but like in all seriousness, like all joking aside, Moses says that he wants to see God's glory.
Oh. So you inferred that to be a penis. What a silly Billy you are.
And God's like, yeah, that's fine. But nobody can see God's face. If you see God's face, you die.
Okay, I mean, sure, that makes sense.
Whatever. So Moses is like, okay. And God says, what I'm going to do is I found this little crevasse in the mountain that I'm going to pop you into. Put you right there.
God, I love when the Bible, like, has systems to get around things like this. You can't see my face, so here's what we're going to do. Like, that's... I'm so stoked.
So
here's a crevasse. I have a bunch of rope and 10 chickens.
And Moses is going to go there. And then God's going to walk by. And he's going to cover Moses' eyes until he gets past him. And then God's allowed to see his back.
You mean Moses is allowed to see God's back?
Yeah.
So there's a hole in the ground.
There's like... The way the book makes it sound... Moses like climbs up the mountain and he's like kind of like situates himself in like a little like crack.
Okay.
It's like 19-ish, like somewhere in there.
Calls all goodness to pass in front of you, and I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy on. That's okay. I mean, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Yeah, that's the part when God's like, bitch, don't tell me my business.
Okay. That's, yeah. I'll do what I want. Yeah, that's, okay. Now that I'm like reading the actual lines and I'm understanding that. Okay, that was confusing. But like a dyslexic moment. It's like, why don't these words, this is like a fucking, when you do that thing with the caterpillar, where it's like walking on your hand, you just keep doing, like, why am I not moving? That's what it felt like a little bit.
That makes sense.
I don't have a learning disability. You do. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. And the Lord said, there is a place near where we may stand on the rock. When my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand. You'll see my back, but my face must not be seen. So yeah, no, he's going to be put in a little, like a crevasse.
Yeah.
And then God's going to walk by and put his hand over him. And then just walk. Why is any of this in there? Why? They've been talking. He was a cloud and a fire and a smoke.
We haven't even gotten to the shit that you're going to wonder why it's in here, man.
Okay, every time we harp on something, I'm like, this isn't the important thing to harp on. He's going to give me the important thing to harp on.
All of this is and none of it is.
Because it's
very zen.
This book is so important, but it's so dumb.
I know. God, in chapter 34, gets a little touchy about the fact that Moses broke the stone tablets.
Oh, right. He broke the Ten Commandments, which was not a plot point in Indiana Jones. I mean, I never saw it, but it melts with people's faces, right? If you look at the Ten Commandments?
Yes.
But they're broken.
Well, then, they get new ones. Because in 34, God's like, hey, you need to carve new stone.
There's new ones.
So that I can write the commandments, because, I don't know if you remember, but you broke the last ones.
For some dumb bullshit reason, too, right?
Well, he was mad because of the golden calf.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you...
God damn it! That's what happened. He was like, son of a bitch!
But you just had the most important rules that have ever been written ever, and you see a gold cow and you break Like
Yeah,
you.
but to play devil's advocate, you had the most important rules ever written down, but they were a covenant between you and this creator, and you like, it's like if you had an open relationship and you had gone in this other room and you're like, cool, so we have this fucking perfect rule system set. This is awesome. And I have this thing that represents this perfect system. You walk outside and you see the other person doing the exact thing they agreed not to do while you were in the other room. And you're like, son of a bitch!
Yeah, you set those rules on fire.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know,
that puts it in perspective.
So yeah, he tells them to carve 2 new tablets from stone and bring them to the top of the mountain in the morning. Again, seriously, no one can come up the mountain. Not even animals can graze at the bottom of the mountain now.
No, that was a thing before.
Was it?
Yeah, there was like a perimeter. You can like.
Yeah.
There was like, I remembered something and you didn't from the Bible.
Well, it restates that animals
Neat.
can't graze at the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah, the Bible likes to restate.
You
Not the important stuff.
have no fucking clue.
I don't like when you say that.
Verse 6, Moses bows down and worships God. He says he's sorry that the Hebrews are such shitty assholes, but he hopes that he's been cool enough that God will still go with them on their journey.
Moses just threw his people under the bus. Man, Moses. Yeah. I do like, so in so far in the book, in all of this, with Moses' character in particular, consistency in the Bible's weird.
It's very weird.
So I do appreciate that how... So far, Moses has just been a 100% total pushover. Has been a like his character traits are giant wuss.
Yep.
Hates public speaking.
Yep.
Hates confrontation, so will back down at any moment. And he's heralded as this huge biblical figure hero.
Well, because he was God's chosen whatever.
Because he was a pussy.
Yeah.
Because he was just a big baby. He was a biggity back baby. And so he just was, God was like, hey, but you won't fucking shut up. And he's like, yeah, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I'm sorry for talking so much. I just really love you. Yeah, you love me because you're stupid. Yeah, I'm so
dumb bitch.
I'm so stupid. Hey, how about you fucking write on some stone tablets, you dummy? I just wish you would stop. What? Nothing. I'll do whatever you say. Where's Aaron? Could he talk for me?
Can Aaron explain to you why I'm sad?
I really wish that during all of this, it was like, because right now it's just God and Moses, like, God, really just God doing 90% of the talking, and Moses after every third sentence.
Most of these chapters start with "and the Lord said," and then open quotes, and those quotes do not close until the end of that chapter.
I just wish there was like Aaron was there.
Yeah.
So and the Lord said, and then the entire chapter, and then at the end. And then Aaron told Moses. And then Aaron told God what Moses said, which was just, okay, I love you. Is Moses in an abusive relationship with God?
100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
God says, cool, thanks for throwing your people under the bus. Sounds good. I will go hang out with you guys again now. And he says he's making a new God promise in front of everybody. So it's super serious because it's in front of everybody.
This is the first God promise with witnesses, I guess. Yeah. So that is.
God's like, check it. Everybody's going to see how goddamn cool I am. You're going to go to Canaan. You are going to find all the motherfuckers that live there. And you are going to fuck their
Befriend
shit
them.
all the way up.
What?
Do not make any treaties with their people.
Wait, what?
If you make any treaties at all, it will ruin you. Destroy their altars. Smash their sacred stones. Cut down their Asherah poles, which were Canaanite god. Seriously, no fucking treaties, you sons of bitches. They'll try to make you sacrifice to their gods, and if you do, then they'll try to get you to take some of their daughters as wives for your sons, and then they'll try to get you to sacrifice to their gods again. Fuck their shit up. He tells them to celebrate the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Y'all know how I feel about love in the bread.
Are you a fan?
No. I do not like it. I do not want it. Get that lave out my bread. Get that lave out my bread. Don't like it. God's slowly becoming Cajun.
It really is. I love it. It's the best. It's the best. He tells them to celebrate a bunch of other festivals. And they have to give him gifts because, fuck it. He tells them he doesn't want anything sacrificed alongside anything containing yeast. He tells them not to cook a young goat in its mother's milk.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because that was a commandment, for you, 2 months ago. I just edited the episode where we referenced the fact that happened 2 episodes ago.
Shit.
But it just throws that in there randomly. I have no idea why. I don't know why that's a thing that gets brought back. Turns out Moses was up there for another goddamn 40 days.
Really?
He did not eat or drink water the entire time.
Well, if he even was eating, I know what he was not eating was fucking leaving goddamn fucking bread. Because
I see you say that, but I don't feel like I've gotten a vibe, really.
Oh, you
how
haven't?
This book feels.
You haven't picked up.
Yeast.
I'm gonna give you my interpretation.
Sure, yeah. Let me hear.
Which was so we have a couple rules.
Okay.
We being a person's weird and we're trying to figure it out, so we're gonna write a book about it.
That makes sense to me.
To put things in order. A couple of things I really want to put in here is maybe not hurting anyone.
Okay, that makes
because
sense.
I don't want to get hurt. It's just a simple kind of thing.
Do you think there should be some sort of rule for what if a bull gores somebody?
What?
So I'm just this is just me
Sure.
where my brain goes.
Sure. Right.
If a bull kills somebody,
Right.
I feel like you should have to kill the bull and cut it in half and give it to other people.
That makes sense, actually.
Right?
Yeah. No,
So,
I like that
thank
rule.
you.
We'll put it. We'll put that in here
Somebody's
too.
saying,
No, that's a good rule. I
spitballing.
do. Yeah, we're just throwing things out, and that sounds like a pretty good rule.
Right.
We'll put it on the shelf.
yeah. I mean,
It'll probably go in.
I just want it out there.
It's out there.
Cool.
Everything. But there is something I kind of need this in the book.
Okay. Yeah. No, I want
No yeast. No yeast in the bread.
Okay.
No yeast in the bread.
Sure.
I don't want any yeast in the bread. If there's any yeast in the bread, then I don't want it, and we should get rid of it. I don't care what we do. If we burn it and then bury it and then bury the burn site or burn the bury site, whatever we got to do, I don't want any fucking yeast in any fucking bread. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't like it. It's bad.
I'm getting
none of it.
I'm getting the vibe that this is a kind of a sticking point for you.
I'm gonna shit my pants if there's any fucking leavened bread with yeast.
So
is it hot in here, or is there yeast in here?
that's also possible.
That bread rises.
I feel like a lot of this stuff, not what you're saying, but a lot of this stuff we should take to the group. This one, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say we put that one in.
Cool, I appreciate that, man. Thank you a lot. I just want to be heard. That's all I want. It's just I don't want yeast. I don't want it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As long as I can cut bulls in half.
You get your thing, I get my thing.
Exactly.
All right. Bulls will get cut in half into this flat bread for everybody.
Moses comes down off the mountain, and his face is literally glowing.
When Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tablets of the testimony in his hands, he was not aware that his face was radiant because he had spoken. He didn't even know. Yeah. He didn't know that his face was shining.
Yeah. For some reason, the Jews are a little tripped out by that. And they're kind of afraid to come near Moses.
Oh, hey, Aaron's back.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Moses is like, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then he tells them everything that God said, and he puts on a veil. And then every time he goes to the mountain, he takes off the veil to get bukkake by God's glory, and then he comes off the mountain with a glowing face, and he keeps the veil off to prove he talked to God, and then puts the veil on again.
The point of this is to read the Bible as it is. He did not get he did not get God's semen on his face.
I mean,
that's your interpretation?
Yeah.
If you were to start a Christian-based church, you would.
If you're gonna start nitpicking me now about the stupid way I choose to describe things,
yeah. I'm gonna do it now. I'm deciding. This is the episode. This is the day. This is the day.
Moment?
This is it.
So retroactively,
you're wrong.
We're not gonna worry about the fact that Adam fucked every living creature.
Oh no, he did fuck every living creature. That's not nitpicking. I read the Bible. That's what it said. He had to name every animal.
Excuse me for having a little fun.
Good. I don't want you to have any fun. This is not fun. Remember when we were angry? We're supposed to be angry all the time. No, I want to read this bukkake thing, though. That sounds like a good time. When Moses finished. Oh, I found it. Okay, cool. He got a ShamWow and took it to his face.
Chapter 35, if you work on the Sabbath, you die.
Yeah.
Can't even make fire on Saturday.
In your dwelling. Okay. That's fine. I kind of like that. I don't want to do anything.
That's fair.
It's nice. Plus, it's nice just to have a me day, like a designated me day. Yeah. So I agree with that. Death, a bit harsh, but I just want my me day, and I want other people to know that. Yeah. I could actually understand that. Not even kidding. That makes sense to me.
So, the rest of 35 until 39 is everything we just read.
What? Wait.
In 2 of the 3 Bibles that I use to make notes for this, there are asterisks that tell you which chapters it's being copied from.
I have little headlinings. So they already said the thing about the Sabbath, actually. I remember them saying, like, if you do anything on Saturday, you die. Yeah. Then it goes into materials for the tabernacle, which is...
We already did that.
We did that. The tabernacle. The ark? Did we do the... Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, but that's...
Yeah.
That's all the same shit from Noah. Is it not?
Oh, no, the Ark of the Covenant.
Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
okay, got it. Yeah, no, because it's giving out. I just saw a cubit, so I thought it was the same.
Yeah.
No, but this is I mean, look at all that fucking shit. Like, I have a bunch of little notes at the bottom just saying, like, this is what you read before.
Yeah.
What the?
It's in a different tense. That's the only difference. So when God told Moses, it was God saying you should do this, and then now it's the book saying they did this.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I remember this is the part where you tried to read it to me and I almost passed out.
Yeah.
Because it was so boring.
Yeah.
It looks like 40 just goes into them actually still doing it, though.
Chapter 40, my hilarious joke is God walks Moses through the concept of decorating a room.
God and Moses have a bit of a Queer Eye moment.
A little bit. He tells him to anoint everything so that it's holy. Mm-hmm. Then it turns into another repeat with God telling Moses to bring Aaron and his sons and do the whole anointing the priest thing.
Ugh.
Verse 16, Moses did everything. Just in case it was a concern of yours that he wouldn't do all the things the book tells you that he did the things.
I like how this is where it starts to be like...
17 to 40, verses 17 to 40 literally tells you that Moses did the things that God said to do.
Oh, wow, it does.
Uh-huh.
Like 17, and then 18 when Moses set up. 20 starts, he took the testimony. 22, Moses placed. 24, he placed the lampstand. 26, Moses placed the gold altar. 29, he set the altar of burnt offering. 30, he placed the basin between the tent. 33, then Moses set up the courtyard. It's just him doing the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, man. I like that we're doing it this way instead of my idea of just literally reading it and then me going, that's dumb. Because this is my...
You already did it twice.
This is mind-numbing.
Yeah.
This is hurts.
So bad.
Ugh.
The end of the book of Exodus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Is.
What?
Is.
What?
Is. They do all the things. They build God his fancy temple.
We're here, man. I didn't realize we were going to...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually didn't realize we were going to get there. I forgot how much of this is complete bullshit. They finish the tent. God will go hide in it for a while. When he stops hiding in the tent, they travel. And they'll stop inside of the tent. And then God will scoot in there again. And then they won't move again until he stops hiding in the tent.
This is a fun mental image of them just being like, okay, we got to travel. Boop, boop, boop. This seems like a good place to set up camp. God penned first. Put it up. Nobody look. He wants to go in. He just scurries in when no one's looking because you can't look at his face.
Nope.
So he's got to scurry in, and then he's like,
it's
okay, guys, I'm in the tent now.
It's Groundhog Day.
It's like reverse Groundhog.
Yeah.
Reverse Groundhog Day, but with God.
Yeah.
This is stupid. Let's keep going. This is stupid.
So that's Exodus.
That's it?
That's Exodus.
Whoa!
We did a whole book and no one cried.
Not once. I mean, people cried. Not
Well,
us,
yeah,
though.
not us.
Not us during this
Yeah.
exact show.
Which is kind of all I care about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exodus is done.
Exodus is done.
That's crazy.
Yeah.